Hello, hello. I just did that as a test for my microphone. But hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome to Blissful Banter with Brian. I am your host, Brian. But hello. Happy Friday. Happy first day of the weekend. Woo! After Halloween. So, I know it's been a couple weeks. I just wanted to get on here, do a video, because to try to stay consistent still. uh Talk about Halloween kinda and all that. Well, the election just happened. I'm just gonna mention that now. The election happened. I'm not gonna go into it. It is what it is. It's just not something I want to talk about, and I'm just gonna address it. I know it happened. I did vote, so good job for everybody who voted, and that is that one. So moving on. I do have a little list here of stuff I wanted to talk about from the previous podcast when I said I had other notes I had that I wanted to talk about, but I'll save it. So maybe we'll touch on that, but I'm gonna start with Halloween weekend, y'all. Or no, I'll do the weekend before because I didn't do one for 2 weeks, and that really was because I was just pretty busy on Friday, and I like to do them on Fridays. I don't know why that could change, but I had stuff going on, so I didn't have time, and the rest of the weekend was really busy. So on the last 2 weeks, I just didn't have time. So I'll go with the weekend before Halloween, which I think was Saturday the 26th. Um, I did a trunk or treat at my cousin's work. She works at a retirement home. She's the activities coordinator. So she hosts or puts on this trunk or treat for her residents, and then the residents can come out, give candy, and their grandkids come and go around. And it's just a nice little, fun little thing to do. She did it last year for the first time, and then this year was her second year in a row. So I did both years. My mom also did. This year my friend Jackie joined us and decorated her trunk, and it was a fun time. We had a decent amount of kids. I made little treat bags for all the kids. A lot of people had little bags put together for the kids. Uh and Yeah, it was fun, and it wasn't too cold. It When the sun went away, it was a little bit chilly, but had a decent amount of kids and just some of the cutest costumes you could even imagine. My trunk theme was ghosts. Last year I did Hocus Pocus because I'm obsessed with Hocus Pocus. Jackie did a cute little spooky skull thing in the back of her trunk. It really turned out super cute. My mom did, excuse me, one of the cat pre packaged trunk or treat things that they were selling at Hy-Vee here in Omaha. It's I don't know if it's local, but it's a grocery store. I think it's here in Iowa actually. But anyways, and they had these big bags and pouches of a trunk or treat scene, and there was Black Cat, a monster, a witch, I think, and a pumpkin. But I was gonna do one of those, but then when we were putting stuff out for Halloween, Matt had a bunch of little ghost things, and I was like, I'm gonna do ghosts. So it turned out cute. My one last year was a little better, but last year was super windy, so nothing wanted to stay. And same with this year. I made this backdrop type thing out of a tablecloth, a plastic tablecloth that I drew on, and it didn't want to stay, but it worked for the most part. But that was a good time. So that was kind of my little Halloween like plan the week before. I didn't really have any plans for the actual Halloween day. I mean, it was a Thursday, and if I'm remembering that correctly, but it was a Thursday, and I don't know. Me and Matt just had a few drinks on Thursday, celebrate Halloween a little bit, and didn't really do much. Watched On my way to work, I saw trick or treaters, so that was super cute in the neighborhood that I live by, because I'm in an apartment building. It's a really nice neighborhood we live by too. People decorate really cool for Halloween, and just beautiful houses, and just a nice area. I love this area. I love Vista, Nebraska. I just love it. I grew up here, and it is my home. And a lot of my friends grew up here or around here in Papillion, La Vista, all that. I just love these areas of Nebraska. um, but they all kind of merge together, I guess. But I keep them separate because I love them. But so, anyways, the following weekend, last weekend, which was Halloween, and then The Friday was my mom's birthday, and my mom was turning 60, is turning 60, turned 60. And I had a whole surprise party kind of underway because she kind of made a little comment one day. Matt and I were with her, and she was like, "Oh, if you guys want to plan anything for my birthday, that'd be cool, you know." And I that day, and I had been communicating with a family member, and I was already in the process of kind of planning it. Nothing super big, but so when it was thinking about it going on, I got the venue all paid for and everything, which was just our apartment clubhouse. And then I'm hanging with my mom and at a family little breakfast get together, and my aunt and my cousin both mentioned to me that she mentioned because I was while my mom wasn't there, so I was just gonna mention it to everybody and tell them to keep an eye out for an invite on Facebook. And I was like, I'm throwing mom a party, yada yada, and they're like, "Oh, you are?" I was like, "Yeah." They're like, "Oh, well, she told us that she didn't want a party." I was like, "What do you mean?" I mean, it kind of irritated me a little bit. But I was like, "What do you mean?" She told me and Matt or made a little hint that she wanted some type of something. And my cousin's like, "Yeah, she said she didn't want a party and wanted people over at her house." And I was like, "Oh." So it kind of bummed out on that, you know? So then I was him hawing and mulling it around in my head. And him hawing is something my dad says. Mulling it around in my head and just kind of stressing over it a little bit just because I didn't know what to do. I wanted to do it, but if she really didn't want to do it, I didn't want to do it. And then some people say they don't want something, but they really do, blah, 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 blah. I'm asking people's opinions, whatever. So I get excited about it again. I'm like, all right, I'm doing it, whatever. I'm going to do it. And kind of keep in my head, like, what my ideas were, went around, found some party stuff. I didn't buy anything, but I was getting ideas because it was still pretty early. And then one day again, she mentioned she didn't want to party for the second time. And I'm like, okay. And I mean, not to her, but in my head, this is what I was feeling. So I debated it for a while again, and I was like, if I really wanted to do a party, I would have already bought stuff, and I would have already been. I mean, I had the venue down, which was only $50, but then from the paperwork, it was like I would be out that $50, which not a huge deal. But I was trying to think like just have the party since I already paid for the venue and all this stuff, and but then I talked to Matt and made a decision. I was like, I'm just gonna cancel it. My mom wanted people over to her house. We ended up setting all that up. They put the 50 for the clubhouse towards our rent, so that was cool. I didn't lose out on it. So everything worked out for what it should be. And so technically my mom's surprise party would have been tomorrow, but that is not the case. No, no, no. But we had people over at her place last weekend, and a bunch of our family friends came over. It was so fun. We had a great turnout. It was a dual party for my aunt and my mom because my aunt's birthday is October 29th and my mom's is November 1st. So they kind of did a little party together, and such a great turnout. Matt and I made chili. We made a lot of chili. Turned out great. So delicious, a little spicy. And then my mom made homemade potato soup the way my aunt does, I think, or something. I could be wrong on that, but it's delicious. And she puts like sausage in it, ground sausage, and it's just so good. So we had sausage, chili. Of course, everybody brought their own drinks. My cousin Brandy made jello shots and pudding shots, which she's made jello shots many times, but this was her first time making pudding shots. And oh my gosh, they were so good. She had like three different types of jello shots, three different types of pudding shots, and like they came with whipped cream. And like I did a mint one. It was like a vanilla pudding, or there was like some alcohol in it. I don't remember what it was, but it was a mint one. There was a whipped cream and then little baby junior mints on top, and we ate them with a spoon because you can't really do a pudding shot like a jello shot. But they did have alcohol, and oh, it was so good. That was my favorite one. She had some peanut butter ones, and then a Jello peanut butter and jelly one, a strawberry lemonade, a peanut butter or not a peanut butter, blueberry pie or something. But I tried a few of them, and because I was driving too, I didn't want to drink too much or really do any Jello shots and stuff. So, but I tried a few of them. They were very good, and I was there for a very long time. And excuse me, my mom got some flowers from friends, and Matt and I got her a beautiful bouquet of roses and in a vase, and there was 12 of them, and they were like literally the size of a baseball. I'm not even kidding. They were beautiful, and they were pink. So we got that. They both ended up having a great time, and so that was last weekend Sunday. Yeah, we didn't end up doing lunch with my dad. We both had some stuff to do. We didn't do our grocery shopping. We were at my mom's majority of the day on Saturday, so we didn't get a lot of our normal stuff done. So I just told my dad we're gonna chill at home, and We're going to do our grocery shopping and just hang out because that's what we both felt like doing. I was kind of exhausted because I didn't drink or in party, like party drink, with my family there because I had to drive. So when I got home, I wanted to have a few drinks and I did. And I had a great time, Matt and I did once we were home, but I was up till like 1 in the morning. And I was like, I need to go to bed. Like, it's late. I mean, is that stupid to say that's super late? I don't know. I'm not that old, but I don't know. Anyways, great weekend. Great weekend. So this weekend, we were going to take my mom to dinner for her birthday on Friday, her actual birthday. And my eyelashes lay so flat and it drives me nuts. And sometimes I can see them when I'm like looking at stuff. uh, we were gonna go out to dinner, take her out to dinner on her actual birthday, but she ended up saying we want to reschedule because it was like right in the middle of rush hour here, and she didn't like dealing with traffic and all that. So we're going to lunch or breakfast tomorrow, and then we're going to this autumn festival, which is pretty much a big craft show at an auditorium here in Ralston, Nebraska, and we went last. Did we? I don't remember if we went. Yeah, I think we went last year at this time, and then they do a spring one, and we didn't go to the spring one of this year. So tomorrow and Sunday is the Autumn Festival craft fair thing at the Liberty First Arena, which used to be Ralston Arena, but it is gigantic. It's two levels, and there's like four different like level, and then a room and in a room you can go in, just filled with different types of crafts and homemade foods and dips and just anything you can imagine, artwork, and just so cool. And it's so fun to walk around and maybe find something or two. It is Christmas is approaching, so a good place to get some really cute gifts. But so I'm excited about that. And Sunday will just be probably a normal Sunday. Go to lunch with my dad, have lunch with my dad. I think he wants us over to his place. So, yeah, and do some house stuff and grocery shopping. The normal, usual living adult stuff. The super fun stuff. Actually, I don't mind grocery shopping. I actually kind of like it. I'm sorry I'm looking away so much. I'm watching this graph go as I talk, and I just can't focus my eyes on the camera. I'll try to get better at that, but we'll say. But what else is going on? I did for New Music Friday. I did save some. I haven't listened to any yet because I listened to podcasts all day today at work. But I can say Thursday. Yeah, I think yesterday or the day before, whatever, one of these days this week. I did listen to some music and I listened to Jessie Murph. I did not write her albums down, but I listened to her most current new one, and then I listened to her one from 2023, I believe. It's labeled as the newest one was pop, and the old 2023 one was labeled as alternative. But I like her. She has a song with Jelly Roll out right now, and it's pretty good. I've heard it on the radio. And I've heard a single by her on the radio too. I'm sorry, I did not do my research right now, or today, but it was good. It's good too on the radio. And then I listened to her whole albums, and I like it. I like it a lot. I like her voice, very unique. Kind of gives me, if anybody knows who Cat Dahlia is and Duffy, kind of little combination of those two little vibes. And I do like that music, especially kind of Duffy style music. I really like that. So it was a good CD. Both of them were. Uh, I will say this is a different hat. It might look stupid, but whatevs. I don't care. This is from the Pentatonics concert. Christmas concert, which I think was almost a year ago. Oh my god, that's crazy. Because I think it was in November last year. Jeez Louise. No way. It has to be. But me, Matt, my mom, and my dad went, and it was a Pentatonics Christmas concert, and they sounded incredible. It was very good. And this was the hat I got with little music notes and a smiley face. And it's like a blue, green tie dye thingy. But I can do this or this, but I think that. So, yeah, I do have these notes here that I was going to talk about, but I'll talk about them another time. Oh, real quick, for the gnat problem with my plants, I got these little sticky things that I saw my aunt had. I ordered them off Walmart. Mine are kind of big, but it's this like Dracula looking thing. And see them, like some are sticking on there. That's what it's supposed to do. So let's hope it keeps working. They're kind of big. My other plants are in two pretty small pots, so I don't really want to put that big of a thing. I guess I could. We'll see. I don't know. but I definitely need more because it is helping not seeing them as much. They weren't like horrible, but every now and then there would be one in my bathroom sink or so, and I'm like, yeah, they're just annoying. But and then I got this cute little guy because it was only 99 cents from Aldi, and it's a little air plant and a witch hat. So cute, so cute. So I'll probably end this here. I did want to jump on do something. I'm gonna try to think of different concepts and other things I can talk about instead of just telling you guys about my week every single time. Like it's probably pretty boring. I'll try to keep or I'll keep the music, new music stuff I listen to in there. But I don't know. I want to talk about like other stuff. I have one that I did that I wasn't able to do the video because my video messed up, but I have the whole audio of it. So I'll start getting ready to put some stuff up for audio on like Apple, and I don't really use Spotify, so I'll probably just put them on Apple Podcasts for now. I do have actually I did download Spotify. I just don't use it because I use Apple Music, but I can also upload audio only to Spotify. So I'll look into doing that. I already looked up some of that, but the episode I didn't get on the video, I got it on video, but the video messed up. I kind of talked about a little celebrity gossip at the time, which I love pop culture. Uh, and I talked about a couple like specific topics. I talked about food, and so I talked about Audible and what I've been reading. Oh, that's something. I am listening to a book on Audible. It is a little rom com Audible original. It's called The Rebound. Loving it so far. I still have about 5 hours of it left. So can't wait. This will be my 20th book I've listened to on Audible, so that's pretty cool. And I have a credit that I can use for a book. I'm deciding between two. Either this one called The Elementals that Matt told me about, that sounds really good, or this one called A Training Afterlife of a Demon or something like that. And they both sound really good, and they're like a lot of hours for one credit. And you can get really any book on Audible you want when you have a credit. If you buy it or each month, depending what package you have, you get a free credit. So I got my free credit for November, and there's a book in my library or my wish list has 84 books on it. So that's what I'm trying to pick books from instead of searching new ones. And there's like a couple books in my library that have like or my wish list that are like 77 hours of listening, 65 hours of listening. So I try to get books like that and like collections because that's pretty good for one credit when these are like 30, 40, $50 by themselves depending. So I'm not going with one of those because these two ones I'm picking through are a little over 20 hours, but just still pretty good. But I'm going to pick one of these two. I'll let you guys know which one I picked. And yeah, so the usual, please like, subscribe. I haven't shared anything yet. I guess I'm just kind of nervous and I don't know. But it's just fun to get on here and chit chat and talk to people. The like 5 people that listen, but I love you and I appreciate you so much for listening and watching. You guys know who you are, and it's so nice that you guys show me when you're watching. So just spread it. I know I'm kind of boring right now, but I'll figure something out and just keep doing this as I feel right and feel is right and keep going. So like, subscribe, share, comment, please. And let me see if I have anything you could comment about. Oh yeah, just tell me what you did for your Halloween in the comments. Tell me what you did for Halloween, and yeah, so have a great weekend everybody. Thanks for listening, watching. Love you guys and stay blissful. Bye. Oh, I burned myself the other night on the oven. Oh, God. Bye.